There is another world hidden from our eyes. It exists parallel to our own, yet it remains largely unseen and unknown. This world is filled with mysteries and wonders that defy our understanding. It is a realm where the natural and the supernatural intertwine, creating a tapestry of existence that is both fascinating and terrifying. This is the world of the Jinn, beings of fire and smoke who live in the shadows of our reality. It is a world of fire and smoke. The Jinn are born from smokeless fire, a substance that is both ethereal and powerful. They inhabit places where the elements are in their rawest forms, such as deserts, forests, and mountains. These environments provide the perfect backdrop for their existence, allowing them to move freely and unseen. The Jinn are as old as time itself, their origins shrouded in the mists of ancient history. This is where the Jinn live. They are not bound by the physical limitations that constrain humans. They can traverse vast distances in the blink of an eye, and their powers are beyond our comprehension. The Jinn are capable of great feats, both good and evil. They can bring fortune or misfortune, depending on their nature and intentions. Their presence is often felt but rarely seen, leaving humans to wonder about the true extent of their influence. Jinn are creatures of free will, made from smokeless fire. Unlike angels, who are bound to follow divine commands, Jinn have the freedom to choose their own paths. This autonomy allows them to experience a wide range of emotions and behaviors, from kindness and compassion to malice and deceit. The Jinn are complex beings, their actions driven by their individual desires and motivations. They are capable of forming relationships, both with each other and with humans, though these interactions are often fraught with danger and uncertainty. Allah created them before humans. Some Jinn are good, some Jinn are bad. The good Jinn, known as Muslim Jinn, follow the teachings of Islam and strive to live righteous lives. They seek to help and protect humans, often acting as unseen guardians. The bad Jinn, on the other hand, are known as shayateen, or devils. They delight in causing harm and spreading chaos, their actions driven by malice and spite. The Jinn, like humans, are judged by their deeds and will face consequences in the afterlife. They live their lives often unseen by humans. The Jinn have their own societies, cultures and traditions which are as diverse and complex as those of humans. They build their homes in remote and hidden places away from the prying eyes of mankind. Despite their invisibility, the Jinn are always present, watching and interacting with the world in ways that are beyond our understanding. Their influence can be felt in the whispers of the wind, the flicker of a flame, and the shadows that dance in the corners of our vision. Iblis was a Jinn, born into a tribe known for causing mischief. He was a being of great power and intelligence, but his heart was filled with pride and arrogance. Iblis believed himself to be superior to humans, and this belief ultimately led to his downfall. When Allah commanded the Jinn and angels to bow to Adam, Iblis refused, citing his fiery origin as proof of his superiority. This act of defiance resulted in his expulsion from paradise and his transformation into Satan, the eternal adversary of mankind. He liked to play tricks on humans. Iblis and his followers, the shayateen, delight in leading humans astray. They whisper temptations and falsehoods into the hearts of men, seeking to corrupt and deceive. Their tricks are subtle and insidious, often going unnoticed until it is too late. The Jinn's ability to remain unseen allows them to manipulate events from the shadows, their influence felt but rarely recognized. They are the unseen puppeteers, pulling the strings of fate and destiny. He liked to cause trouble. The Jinn, particularly the shayateen, thrive on chaos and disorder. They revel in the destruction they cause, finding joy in the suffering of others. Their actions can range from minor inconveniences to catastrophic events, all designed to sow discord and confusion. The Jinn's ability to manipulate the elements and influence human behavior makes them formidable adversaries, their presence a constant threat to peace and stability. He liked to spread chaos wherever he went. Iblis and his followers are relentless in their pursuit of chaos. They seek to undermine the natural order, turning harmony into discord and peace into conflict. Their influence can be seen in the turmoil of the world, from natural disasters to human conflicts. The Jinn's ability to remain hidden allows them to operate with impunity, their actions often attributed to other causes. They are the unseen architects of chaos, their presence a dark shadow over the world. This is what he knew. Iblis's knowledge of the human heart and mind makes him a formidable foe. He understands our weaknesses and vulnerabilities, exploiting them to his advantage. His ability to remain unseen allows him to strike from the shadows, his presence felt but rarely seen. The jinn, particularly Iblis, are a constant reminder of the unseen forces that shape our world. They are the hidden adversaries, their influence a testament to the complexity and mystery of the unseen world. Iblis and his jinn companions loved to cause trouble. They would whisper in the ears of humans, tempting them to do bad things. They would create illusions to scare and confuse. Iblis was very good at this. He was the best trickster among them. One day, Iblis and his friends were causing trouble in a marketplace. They made people trip and drop their belongings. They caused arguments and fights. Iblis laughed, pleased with the chaos he was creating. One night, everything changed. The desert was silent, bathed in the soft glow of the moonlight. The dunes stretched endlessly, a sea of sand under the starry sky. It was a night like any other, or so it seemed. Iblis was flying through the desert when he heard a beautiful sound. The sound was unlike anything he had ever heard before. It was a melody that seemed to resonate with the very essence of the night. The wind carried the sound across the dunes, and it reached Iblis, drawing him closer. It was the sound of a man reciting Quran. The voice was clear and powerful, yet soothing. The words flowed like a river, each verse a drop of wisdom and beauty. The man sat by a small fire, his face illuminated by the flickering flames. He was deep in concentration, his eyes closed as he recited the holy verses. The man was reciting Surah Al-Jinn, the chapter about the jinn. Iblis stopped to listen. He was mesmerized. The words spoke of the creation of the jinn, their purpose, and their place in the grand design of the universe. It was as if the Quran was speaking directly to him, revealing secrets that had been hidden for centuries. The words of the Quran touched Iblis in a way that nothing had before. He felt a connection to the words, a sense of understanding and clarity. The verses spoke of the jinn's responsibilities, their trials, and their ultimate accountability to Allah. It was a revelation that shook Iblis to his core. He felt a strange mix of fear and awe. The power of the words was overwhelming, and Iblis could feel his heart racing. The Quran spoke of the consequences of straying from the path, of the eternal punishment that awaited those who defied Allah's will. It was a warning, a reminder of the stakes involved. The Quran spoke about his kind, the jinn. It described their nature, their abilities, and their place in the world. It was a detailed account that left no room for doubt. Iblis realized that the Quran held the answers to many of the questions that had plagued him for so long. It spoke about their creation, their purpose, and their accountability to Allah. As the night turned to dawn, Iblis felt a sense of peace and clarity. The words of the Quran had given him a new perspective, a deeper understanding of his place in the universe. He knew that his journey was far from over, but he felt ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, guided by the wisdom of the Holy Book. Iblis was confused. He had always believed that he was free to do whatever he wanted, but the Quran said that all jinn would be judged by Allah. For the first time, Iblis felt a pang of guilt for his actions. The words of Surah Al-Jinn echoed in his mind. He remembered the verses about the jinn who had chosen to follow the truth. He remembered the warnings about the punishment for those who disobeyed Allah. Iblis wanted to change. He didn't want to be a source of chaos anymore. He wanted to be better. He wanted to be good. He wanted to be forgiven. He decided to seek out the truth. He left his old companions behind and embarked on a journey to learn more about Allah. He listened to the Quran whenever he could. He observed righteous people and tried to emulate their behavior. Iblis knew he had done many wrong things. He prayed to Allah for forgiveness. He asked for guidance. He wanted to use his powers for good. He wanted to help others find the right path. His prayers were answered. Allah, the most merciful, forgave Iblis. He saw the sincerity in Iblis's heart. He saw his desire to change. Iblis had a new purpose now. After years of wandering aimlessly, he had found a calling that gave his existence meaning. No longer was he the lost soul, tormented by his past mistakes and the weight of his sins. Instead, he had embraced a mission that was both noble and transformative. This mission was not just about redemption for himself, but also about guiding others towards a path of enlightenment and truth. He dedicated his life to guiding his fellow jinn towards the truth that had eluded him for so long, the truth that was now his guiding star. He spoke to them about the importance of faith, the beauty of the Quran, and the mercy of Allah. His words were not just lectures, they were heartfelt messages, born out of his own experiences and struggles. He knew the pain of being lost, and he wanted to spare others from that agony. He traveled far and wide, sharing the message of the Quran. His journey took him across vast deserts, dense forests, and towering mountains. Each step he took was a testament to his commitment and determination. He met jinn from different tribes and backgrounds, each with their own stories and struggles. He listened to them, learned from them, and shared with them the wisdom he had gained. His travels were not just physical journeys, but also spiritual ones, as he grew in his understanding and faith. He helped other jinn to resist temptation and choose the path of righteousness. He knew the allure of temptation, the seductive whispers of shaitan that could lead one astray. He had fallen for those tricks before, but now he was determined to help others avoid the same fate. He taught them about the importance of making moral choices, of staying true to their faith, and of seeking Allah's guidance in all matters. His teachings were practical and relatable, grounded in the realities of their lives. He used his knowledge of deception to warn others about the tricks of shaitan. He knew the tactics that shaitan used to deceive and mislead. He had been a victim of those tactics himself, and he was determined to expose them. He spoke about the subtle ways in which shaitan could infiltrate one's thoughts, the seemingly innocent actions that could lead to sin, and the importance of vigilance and self-awareness. His warnings were not just theoretical, they were based on his own experiences and the lessons he had learned the hard way. He used his powers to help those in need. His abilities, once used for selfish purposes, were now a source of aid and support for others. He healed the sick, provided for the needy, and offered comfort to the distressed. His actions spoke louder than his words as he demonstrated the true meaning of compassion and selflessness. He became a beacon of hope for many, a living example of the transformative power of faith and redemption. His past sins were now a source of strength, a reminder of the mercy and forgiveness of Allah. He no longer saw his past as a burden, but as a testament to the boundless mercy of Allah. His journey from darkness to light was a powerful story of redemption, one that inspired others to seek forgiveness and strive for righteousness. He meditated on his experiences, finding peace in the knowledge that he was on the right path. His mission was far from over, but he faced the future with hope and determination, knowing that he was fulfilling a purpose greater than himself. Iblis's story is a powerful reminder that anyone can change. No matter how far we have strayed, the doors of repentance are always open. The Quran has the power to transform lives. It has the power to guide us to the straight path. The story of Iblis is a story of hope, forgiveness, and redemption. It shows us that it is never too late to turn to Allah and seek His guidance. The world of the jinn might be hidden from us, but their stories hold valuable lessons for us all. Iblis's transformation teaches us about the importance of seeking knowledge, the power of repentance, and the boundless mercy of Allah. Let us strive to follow his example and become beacons of light in our own communities. Let us use our free will to choose the path of righteousness and guide others towards it as well.